Welcome back to Let Me Pull Your Coat. This week, we're talking about something that hurts people in a way they don't expect. Watching someone you love choose a life that destroys them. Not because they have to, but because they want to. That's a different kind of pain. Because when someone is trapped, you naturally fight to pull them out because you love them. But when someone chooses it, knowing all of the complications and risks that goes with that lifestyle, you're left standing there realizing you might not be able to do anything at all. And if you've been watching True Tales from the Let Me Pull Your Coat podcast on YouTube, there is an episode titled, She Chose the Streets Over Her Own Family and Never Looked Back. It deals with exactly what this podcast is about. Once you hear it, then you'll understand something most people don't want to admit. Some people are not lost. They are committed to the path they've chosen, and nothing short of a lifetime incarceration or death will convince them otherwise. Before we get into this, go to letmepullyourcoat.com. Leave a voice message. Check the Your Post page. Read all the reviews and leave one. Watch all the videos. Join the 853 people that have signed up for our newsletter. Then go to YouTube and subscribe to True Tales from the Let Me Pull Your Coat podcast. Follow us on Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, Fanbase, Blue Sky, Spotify, Podchaser, Apple, YouTube, and wherever you get your podcasts. And shout out to everybody supporting us through Buy Me a Coffee and Cash App. You're keeping our glasses full and Silk cigars lit. First, we have a message that is not just a question, it's a situation. This came from a woman working the streets, a 304 in Phoenix, Arizona. She said she met an 18-year-old girl out there on the blade who did not come from struggle. This girl came from money, a lot of money. She had stability from a family that provided everything most people spend their lives trying to get. She already had it, and yet, this girl wasn't forced, but chose to sell her body. She said that she decided to do it because she saw all of the fake-ass internet 304s with Temu money posting all of these glamorous pics of their perfect lives and decided that that was the kind of life she wanted. And although she already had a great life, she said that she wanted the excitement of thousands of men wanting her, remember. Not because she was forced, not because she had no other options, but because she wanted to. The woman says she tried to talk to her, tried to guide her, tried to convince her to go home. She told her that the streets were not a safe place. The girl refused to listen. Even after contracting diseases and arrest after arrest, she said it's her life and it's what she's been dreaming of. The 18-year-old told her something that stayed with me. She said her parents were perfect. They never abused her. They were always there for her and her siblings, that they never wanted for anything. They were well respected. The family took vacations in France and had a vacation home in Bimini that they went to every year. She said that regardless of how great her parents were, it wasn't what she wanted. She said that she always wanted the 304 lifestyle. Now let that sink in for a second, because most of the time people try to explain away behavior like that. They'll say she had trauma. They'll say she was neglected or abused. They'll say something must have happened to her. But sometimes there is no explanation that makes it comfortable. That same woman contacted the girl's family once she found their number. The family had been trying for years to locate their daughter. Years of calls, years of searching, tens of thousands of dollars paid to investigators. Every time, the same outcome, nothing. The only times the girl ever reached out was when something went wrong, when she needed money, when she was facing criminal charges, and once when a so-called pimp supposedly had control over her and wanted payment to release her. Her parents knew it was a lie. It was just her and her pimp trying to get money from them. But the parents figured that if they could see their little girl and know that she was all right, they would gladly pay it. These are the only times when she remembers she had a family. She reached out only when she wanted something. And after every lifeline given to her, she would tell her parents to, and I quote, "stay the fuck out of my life." After this last lifeline, they did just that. They focused on the 3 children that still needed them at home. They stopped checking the 304 websites to see if she was still alive or not. They stopped listening to her friends who had heard something new about their daughter. They simply removed their bridge back. Now listen to this part carefully, because this is where it gets real. The family said they still loved her. They still missed her. They still worried about her every single day. But they also said something else. They said their lives and their home became more peaceful without her there. They said the other children were happier. They said all the tension was gone. That is a different kind of pain, because now you're living in peace while one of your children is out there living in chaos, and there is nothing you can do about it. Next, we have Jamal from Compton, California. He says his younger sister is starting to move the same way, chasing fast money and attention, and he doesn't know how to stop her. Jamal, you can't control someone else's choices, but you can control what you show them. I've seen this before. People think if they talk enough, explain enough, or warn enough, they can change someone's direction. But people don't move based on warnings. They move based on what they believe they want. Your role is not to control her. Your role is to stay solid, to be an example, to be consistent. Because when everything falls apart, and it will if she stays on that path, she's going to look for something real. Make sure you're still standing when she does. Next, we have Tiana from Chicago, Illinois. She says she left the 304 life and built a stable life, but sometimes misses the fast money and excitement. Tiana, that feeling is real. Take it from me, I know it too well. Many a night silk Chino walked me through what I call my relapse phase. Although that feeling is real, it's also very dangerous. Because what you're missing is not the reality, you're missing the high, the movement, the illusion of control. I've seen people go back for that feeling, and every time they go back, it costs them more than it did the first time they went to the life. Because now you know better, and when you know better, the consequences hit different. You didn't lose anything by leaving. You escaped something that could have altered your entire life forever. Next, we have Andre from Queens, New York. He says his daughter is becoming distant, secretive, and he feels like he's losing her. Andre, pay attention early. Distance always starts small. It's in the conversations that get shorter, the answers that get vague, the presence that starts to fade. You don't wait until it's obvious. You address it while it's still forming. Because once someone fully disconnects, it becomes much harder to reach them. Sometimes, by the time parents realize what's happening, it's already too late. Next, we have Marisol from Los Angeles, California. She says she grew up with everything but still felt empty and rebellious, and she doesn't understand why. Marisol, it's because having everything does not mean feeling fulfilled. Go back and listen to our first situation or go to our YouTube page and listen to. She chose the streets over her own family and never looked back. You'll discover that structure without purpose can feel like a cage. Comfort without direction can feel meaningless. Some people are not running from pain. They're running towards something that makes them feel alive, even if it destroys them. That's why this situation hits so hard, because it breaks the idea that providing everything guarantees a certain outcome. It doesn't. Here is this week's shout-outs. Shout out to Darius in Newark, New Jersey. Shout out to Felicia in Houston, Texas. Shout out to Omar in Toronto, Canada. Shout out to Aisha in London, England. Shout out to Kevin in Oakland, California. Special shout out to Jeanette and everyone who signed up for the newsletter this week. We see you and we appreciate you. And a major shout out to everybody supporting us through Buy Me a Coffee and Cash App You, are helping keep this platform growing. Now here is your co-pull of the week. You cannot save someone who is in love with the very thing that is destroying them. And that is one of the hardest truths you will ever have to accept, because your love for them makes you believe you can fix it. Your love for them makes you believe you can reach them. Your love for them makes you believe if you just try harder, they will understand and come back. But ask yourself this question and be honest. Even if they came back, would you accept the new person that they've become? Because let's keep it 100, they've made friends with some of the most scandalous and dangerous people out there in those streets. They've had to do some unspeakable, illegal, disgusting things just to survive. They are not the same person they were the last time you saw them. Love does not override their choices, and when someone chooses a path over and over again, they are telling you exactly where they stand. The pain for you comes from wanting a different outcome. The pain for you comes from remembering who they used to be compared to who they are now. The pain for you comes from knowing what they could have been if they had only chose differently. But reality does not move based on their potential. It moves based on their decisions. And sometimes the strongest thing you can do is accept that you cannot carry someone who isn't crippled, they just refuses to walk. That does not mean you stop loving them. It means you stop losing yourself trying to save them. Because if you don't, you end up with 2 lives destroyed instead of 1. Make sure you follow, subscribe, and leave a review. Go to letmepullyourcoat.com and explore everything. Voicemail, your post page, reviews page, video page. And don't forget to watch True Tales from the Let Me Pull Your Coat podcast on YouTube. Because those stories are what happens when bad choices go too far. Grab the merch. And remember that not everyone wants to be saved. Just because you're not happy with their choices doesn't mean that they're unhappy with their life. Until next time, this is Satin Doll. As always, we wish you much love and much respect.